Hi there, this is April Garwood from Banana Moon Studio. Today I'm going to be showing you how to work in Star Stitch. To begin a piece of Star Stitch, we start with a foundation chain. The foundation chain will need 2 chains for each Star Stitch you plan to make, plus 3 more, so you'll have an odd number of chains when you have finished your foundation chain. So I like to work star stitches in the bottom ridge loops of the chain, so I'll turn this over. I'm going to skip the first chain, which is here under my hook, and go into the second one and pull up a loop, and go into the third chain from my hook and pull up a loop. Then I'm going to skip the fourth chain for my hook, go into the fifth chain and pull up a loop there. And then I'll yarn over and pull through all 4 loops and then chain to close it. That completes the first star stitch of the first row. To continue in star stitch, I'm going to first go right back into the chain I just made to close the stitch. It feels a little bit awkward to do that, but that's what we're going to do. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and then I'm going to go into the chain, the last chain that I pulled up a loop in for the first one. It's right here, and you can see it because it's pulled pretty open. I'm going to pull up a loop there, and then I will skip 1 chain, which is here, and I will go into the next one and pull up a loop, and then I yarn over and pull through all 4 loops and chain to close. So I'll show you that again. Go into the chain that closed the last star stitch, pull up a loop, go into the last chain of the foundation chain that I used for the last star stitch. It's pulled nice and open, pull up a loop there, skip a chain and then go into the next one and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops and chain to close. And we're going to work in the same way all the way across the foundation chain, and then I'll show you how to work the second row. I finished row 1 of my star stitch piece here, and now I'm going to turn the piece and I'm going to chain 3. Now to do the first star stitch of this row, I need to pull up a loop in the second and third chains from my hook. So the first one is here, and I'm going to skip that. The second one is here. Again, I'm working in those bottom ridge loops. I'm going to pull up a loop here, and then the third one is down here, like right next to the last star stitch of my first row. Pull up a loop there. Then I'm going to pull up a loop in this spot. This is actually the chain that I used to close the next to last star stitch of this row. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pull up a loop, and then I'll yarn over and pull through all 4 loops and chain to close. And then again, I'll go into that chain that I just made. Sometimes it's a little hard to get in there. Pull up a loop, and I'm going to go into that same spot where I pulled up the last loop for my previous stitch and pull up a loop there. And then this is the top of a star stitch. I'm going to skip it, and I'm going to go into this, which is the chain that was used to close a stitch, and I will pull up a loop there, and then I'll yarn over and pull through all 4 loops and chain to close. So you'll continue working star stitches all the way across in the same way, and then to continue working in star stitch, every row you make is just going to be a repeat of row 2. So I'll catch up with you when I finish this row. I'm just about to make the final star stitch of my second row. Let's see, there I need to chain to close that one. So again, I'll go into that chain, and then I'm going to go down into this space where I pulled up the last loop of my previous stitch. And then the very final one, it can be a little tough to find. We're actually going to go over here into the top of our turning chain and just go in that space there and pull up your final loop, yarn over, chain to close. So this is how our piece is looking so far. That's with 2 rows finished, and every remaining row is going to be a repeat of row 2. So there's not much more you need to see there, and that is how you work the crochet star stitch.